as the victory shades go on, boy. Come on.
I done told you that we won't stop. I done told you that we won't stop.
Put on the Woodward Pistons shirt today because those Detroit Pistons are hot. They are hot. New York Knicks, no, now. Dog, walk in your trap, take over your trap.
Yo, you know what it is by now. Y'all know what it is by now.
Afterwards, look. Hey, look, thank you guys for choosing to kick off your day with Wake Up Woodward Chat family. As always, you all are the most important part of this. But right now, I think all of our teams winning are challenging that. So go ahead and smash that like button. Support your crew. Make sure they know who is the best chat in all of the game. It's your boy Brandon Dent, a.k.a. Detroit Kool-Aid, your credentialed Pistons reporter and writer for the network. We got over here KG, Detroit's #1 draft pick. Already got Rookie of the Year, going for MVP. What up, though? Black Hollywood Pistons win 124-119.
Oh,
Cade
man.
Cunningham took over
that
Madison
second half.
Square Garden. Come on.
Second half by Cade Cunningham. Oh, my God. Hey, man, y'all better watch out for these fucking Pistons. This shit not a joke no more. This is real life. This is real life going on right now. And these Pistons, they keep on winning. Add to the fact that the Vikings got their ass whipped last night. Man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. A little congested, but you can't keep a good brother down for too long. You know I always say that.
You can't. You know what? Look, man. Let's tell the people what we're going to talk about today because we got a lot on the docket. We just got to talk about how immaculate the vibes in the city are. Yeah. We got to talk about what's going on this Saturday because something just blew up, man. Blew up all on social media. And it was at January in the D. This Saturday, we got Pistons, Lions, Red Wings all in action. And we got Pistons and Lions back to back. 4 o'clock at LCA. You got the Pistons versus the Phoenix Suns, and that leaves just enough time for the fans, Devin Booker, to get over to the Ford Field for the Detroit Lions playoff game.
Hey, y'all keep pushing it. I'm not mad at you though. If Devin want to come home, I ain't gonna stop him. I just don't think it's gonna happen. But.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna get into all of this because we also got a lot of Lions to talk about. We're gonna also talk about NFL playoffs. The Commanders said they're ready for the Detroit Lions. Are they? We got to talk about that, man. And then we got to discuss Jalen Daniels. Yeah, he's special. But do we have the recipe? And JB Smooth, you want to read this off? Because JB Smooth
is fire, by the way. We got the live streams on the back wall now. That's wild, bro.
Yeah, we get the live streams
super chats.
On the super chats and everything on the back wall. Shout out to Burns, $20 super chat.
Big shout out.
Chat. Detroit basketball. Cade and them boys earned that.
We back.
Let's go.
We back. Damn right, Mason. We back.
Shout out to the homie Mason, bro. I should have put up the picture that we have with him, man. We look like gang.
Yeah, man. Much love to Mason, man. One of the people I look up to in this industry, man.
Yep, and he's one of those guys that just remembers your name.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, hey, what's up, Brandon? I'm shocked every single time.
I was shocked when he said he was a fan of the show. I'm like, you?
Every time.
I'm like, bro, do you know what you mean to me, bro?
He types in, bro. That's so Mason.
Crazy, man.
But you got me blushing.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out Mason. I remember that, man. But, hey, you know what? Let's jump into this because Detroit Pistons, man. What a game last night. 124-119. And I just got to read off Cade Cunningham's stats here real quick. 36 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. But what really mattered is what he did in the second half, both in the third quarter as well as down the stretch. He was 14 of 27 from the field and 4 of 8 from behind the arc in this game. He was absolutely just the guy. That was his Madison Square Garden is owned by Cade Cunningham. If you don't believe me, go and look at the stats.
He show out every time.
That man shows out.
You know that's the mark of a superstar. When you go to the Garden and you cut up, that's in the path of every superstar that has come before him.
Yep, and you know what? Balanced scoring, but Malik Beasley showed out 6 of 8 from behind the arc for 22 points. 2 big back-to-back threes from the veteran, Tim Hardaway. Yeah. These vets continue to be the difference makers here, man. And it gets to the point where you're just like, you know what? I don't want to flip any of them.
No.
I just, you know what? Just keep the good mojo going because like I told you guys yesterday, this team was closer to a top 4 playoff spot than they were to falling out. Well, guess what? They're even closer today. They sit tied right now for the number 7 seed in the East. In old times, that's just the playoff spot. Today, it's the play-in spot. They're half game behind the Bucks for the 6th spot. They're a game behind the Pacers, who I believe the Pistons are better than, for the 5th spot. And they are a game and a half behind Orlando for the 4th spot.
That's crazy to think about. They had 14 wins last year. Crazy, man.
8-2 in their last 10. Won 9 of their last 12 games. The Detroit Pistons are doing things differently. And during the stretch, it's their defense as well that's been a lot more scrappy. They still need to improve on positioning, but they've been a lot more scrappy. They've been diving on the floor. They've been battling. And one thing I've loved, Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart, they've been challenging more in the paint. Their stocks have steadily risen. Their blocks per game have steadily gone up just a little bit. But you see them going in there and challenging things a whole lot more and setting a tone that we saw at the first 2 or 3 games of last season. Yeah. I'm seeing that so much more consistently over the last couple of weeks now. And it's that, to me, it's part of the catalyst, man. When you're going to get superstar Cade, like, bro, I told y'all from day one. Y'all remember I used to wear this OG shirt back in the day. That's why I wore it. Some of y'all are going to get those kind of those flashbacks. For some of y'all, it's going to be nightmares because we battled with people. And we told y'all, Cade is a star. I told y'all Cade was a future superstar. And that guy is going out there, and he is doing his thing, bro.
No, he's playing some of the best basketball I've seen him play. He's blossoming into a superstar before our very eyes. I mean, over 20 of his points came in the second half, and that's when this team needed it, man. This was a game that, you get more and more confidence with this team, especially when they go out and continue to battle the upper echelon teams in the East. I mean, the Knicks, they gave them a run, but the Pistons had control from the starting tip. The second quarter got kind of dicey. They went on a 12-2 run, got the lead back behind some Cameron Payne threes, kind of ugly, but it is what it is. But that third quarter and that fourth quarter by Cade Cunningham, absolutely amazing. Like you said, Jalen Duren, the amount of, work he's put into his defense is starting to show. And even when he fouls out last night, you have a reliable man back there in Isaiah Stewart, who has been playing above his head this season. Absolutely great on the defensive end. And then Asar Thompson. I absolutely love Asar Thompson. When he pushes the pace, this Pistons team is absolutely dangerous, man. I like the makeup of this team, and you have to remember they're doing all this without their second leading scorer in Jaden Ivey. So you gotta give it up to them, the coaching staff. Everybody is on one accord right now. The chemistry, I brought it up yesterday, is flowing with this team, and they're starting to become not just a feel-good story now. Now it's starting to become these guys are actually competing. Not saying they're going to win a championship or anything, but they are going out there each and every night and they are giving teams hell, man. And you got to look at this team as a kind of serious contender in the East. And
the thing here that I like is when you look at their long-term outlook, they're going to be a serious contender for a long time. They're set up for that. If they're having this type of success right now, while all the teams around them are really having a lot of dysfunction, some both in the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference, this thing is set up well for the Detroit Pistons to make a couple shrewd moves over the next few years and put themselves firmly in a position to be that team. But right now, first step is this. Who are you going to be? Because now we see that you have an opportunity to be a top 6 playoff team.
Right.
Go and grab that if you can grab that. That's why I love waiting those 30 games into the season and then seeing the recipe of the team that we got right now. Because, you know what? If they take the step forward and they just missed out on the play-in, I would have been okay with that marginal improvement. But why set that at the beginning of the season with what we're seeing right now, that first 10-game gauntlet, what we thought, many people thought they're going to win 2 games. And we see what this squad is right now. They started off 0-4. And what they've shown is there's a lot of character there. Yeah. That's where JB Bickerstaff gets a whole lot of credit. These players, they said that they had some idea, but not all of it. And what J.B. Bickerstaff has done is clarified things for them, made things plain, helped them be able to see how to best use their abilities and their talents. We've been waiting for Jaden Ivey to be a person who slows down just a little bit while still being fast.
Yeah.
J.B. Bickerstaff helped solve that for him. Cade Cunningham, it's just something different about him, man. I don't know what clicks versus last year over this year. I don't know, but it's almost like Monty Williams was Monstars, bro.
Yeah.
And like something different about what J.B. Bickerstaff is doing to be able to breathe new life into these players, man. And the vets. I'm ecstatic right now, man. I'm ecstatic. And you know what? Let's hear from our friends at Planet Fitness. We'll come back. We'll talk about it a little bit more, and then we'll get into NFL playoffs. And the Washington Commanders talking crazy, or at least their fans.
Hey, I'm not mad at them. They don't know what's coming, though. They don't know what's coming.
Work it out, man.
You know not what you do. But if you want to go get that workout in, as you just previously mentioned, go to Planet Fitness.
On that shop tab.
Hey. Hey, what up, though, people? Welcome back. It is Wake Up Woodward.
BTA.
Hey, look, man, we got TLBS on the way, but our sports teams, man, all of them things, man, all four of them things.
I know you pushing the Zach Levine agenda during the break. Man.
Chase got me fired up during the break, too. We got to talk about it because there was a couple super chats in here, man, as we discuss these Pistons just a little bit more. Let's throw some likes in there, man, for your 7th place Detroit Pistons. It was crazy looking at the read, like the preview to the game, and it's like the 3rd place New York Knicks versus 8th place Pistons. I was like, ooh.
Right.
Ooh.
They won't be 7th place for long. They keep playing like that.
No,
I promise you.
Because you got to look at them. They are healthy. Not just in terms of their, you got to get Jaden Ivey back.
Yeah, of course.
I wanted to see them get
But that's
Jalen
a tough sell depending on the type of injury.
But for their baseline, they are healthy enough that they're not dysfunctional. The Magic, they have to wonder, okay, you get Paolo back. Is he going to get injured again? You get Franz back. Is he going to get injured again? You lost Mo Wagner for the year. Jalen Suggs' back is flaring up again. So there's a little bit of they're not as stable as they once were.
Right.
When you look at the Indiana Pacers, I just don't believe they're a better team than the Pistons.
No.
At all, on any level. I'm going to be consistent with that, been consistent with that. And so when I look at this squad, man, they're in a good position to be able to go out there and really take advantage of a lot. But let's get to a couple of those. And shout out to the Red Wings again. I know we're going to have that dude Justin on a little bit later in the week to talk Red Wings again. But you know what? I want to be able to get to those super chats as well.
Yeah, got to.
Yeah.
Oh, you already seen the one Burns put in that $20. Shout out to him once again.
Shout out to Burns.
But we also got this as well too from Robert Sloppentop.
Sloppy Toppenheimer. That's my dog, man.
Wait, what?
That's my dog.
What's his name?
Yeah, my boy Robert Sloppy Toppenheimer.
JB.
He dropping
with a serious face.
He dropping the bombs, bro. He dropping the
This
bombs.
is our super chat, JB. Come on, say it with a
I'm
straight
just saying,
face.
this name is like crazy right now. But $2 super chat, Robert Sloppy Toppenheimer. Shout out Isaiah Stewart. Cat is soft. And
No, that's a fact. That is a fact. That's why I don't believe in the Knicks long term. I got to see it in the playoffs. They done gave him the nickname the Big Bodega and all that. Hey, that's cool, bro. Let's see it. Let's see it in the playoffs.
Where are those bells coming from? Where are those bells? But Chase, is that you?
Yeah, bro. Cat is soft, bro.
He been soft, bro.
Over the offseason, or it might have been like post game, they were talking about his time in Minnesota and now his time in New York, and he was like, I was a boy then. I'm a man now. I wanted to spit out my drink, bro. What? Let's see if you're still a man if Jimmy Butler walks in that locker room. And I don't care how big the motherfucker is. He could come into Detroit. If I'm in LCA and I get to stand right in front of him, I'll tell him the same exact thing. You are soft. You're 7 foot. You need to be playing in the paint. You need to be playing more inside. You just try to shoot 8 threes a game. You're never going to win a title in the NBA. I mean,
Spicy?
Yeah. I'm getting fired out, right? He is soft.
Fired.
Dog, Kool-Aid too fired up right now.
I've played it my whole life.
I know, for real, bro. You done reported.
Like
You reported a lot of bad basketball, dog. I'm not even. Hey, get your shit off. Get your shit off. You deserve this.
And you know what? It's the moxie that they're doing it with too. When Malik Beasley hit that second three,
yes,
and he talked about it after the game, like, no, bro, there was some fans talking reckless. And then when he was just dancing and blowing the kiss, I'm like, bro, it's still 6 seconds up. I'm a PTSD Piston fan. I'm like, bro, it's 6 seconds up. We were up 5. It didn't really matter, but he was like,
bro, they kept leaving him open in the 4th quarter. Those 2 dagger threes by him.
But you know what it is? Who you gonna leave open? Who had the ball?
I mean, true. But I will live and die with Tim Hardaway taking that shot. Malik Beasley, who's leading the league.
But Tim Hardaway he's beaten teams
That
this
is
year.
a fact. That no disrespect to Tim Hardaway. He's done his thing too. But Malik Beasley is deadly right now. Like, you do not want to leave him wide open.
But that's the good problem right now, because this is the chain of command. This is how it went.
Yep.
Cade had the ball. What happened? Double team.
Yep.
All down the stretch. Double team, double team, double team.
And can you blame him?
Ball to Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway got like 2 or 3 assists in a row just off of plays like that. And no, you can't blame him. You're going to let Cade Cunningham come into your arena and dot you up again? Remember, he just did that in the last game. He got the dub and walked away. took over Madison Square Garden, did it again in this one, man, and it was beautiful. CSC, we got another super chat, JB, from Jay Hart, I believe.
Oh yeah. Another super chat from Jay Lionheart. Detroit sports teams are 19-2 in 2025. Stand the F up, Motor City. It's FTC mode now. Vikings dead.
Damn right.
Vikings dead. Green Bay's dead. It's time for the Kings to roar.
Hey, I see Jay Hart got one in there as well, I think. $4.99. It says he's laughing, man. He got this in all caps. I don't even know if my vocal cords can do this, but you know what? We'll give it a valiant, fired up effort, man. I could cry right now, fellas. This team stands on business
all day.
Shout out to JB and F the Knicks. All NBA Cade, outstanding team defense. Sasser, pure bucket.
Yeah.
And you know what? Shout out to Marcus Sasser. He got the belt last night. He stepped up big, and it was interesting because Tim Hardaway said, you know what? We've been on his head, boss. You know, we've been on them. And so you know now that these vets are like, bro, they're holding them accountable.
Yeah.
And they are responding because I believe that they still need to go get that facilitator. But until they do anything, this team is going to believe in each other. And that's the thing of them, that they believe. That was the answer to the question that I asked J.B. Bickerstaff. He said, no, we believe in each other, and we believe we could beat anybody. That was before the Knicks game.
That's true.
You know, that was when they beat the 7-win Raptors. Now all of a sudden they go out there and they pop the Knicks. You know what? I'm loving with this team, the identity that they're building and the chemistry they have. Bobby Marks, NBA analyst, he says the Pistons are the best story in the NBA right now.
They really the hottest team right now.
21-19, 31 wins in the prior 2 seasons, bro. They're going to blow right past that.
Yeah.
An all-star in Cade Cunningham. Everyone's starting to say this is national now. Shooters to complement Cade. A nice young core. Duren, Thompson, Holland, Sasser, and Ivy. A tough-minded head coach. And shout out to guys like Ron Holland. Scrappy dog.
That
Ron
kid gonna
Holland,
be good,
dog.
man.
He's going to be good. That was what we talked about draft night. The initial shock was like, man, people want a Dalton Connect. I want a Dalton Connect.
Yep.
But instantly on that same show it was like, whoa. If all he has to do is get the 3-point percentage right, if that's all he has to get right, everything else looks good. And he did it at the G League level. We see it translating already within his first 40 NBA games.
And he's starting to get more confident shooting that 3 ball. I don't know if you noticed the last game, he was able to make one. He's starting to get that confidence because I think that's the biggest part with him. Yes, he's not going to be a 38% 3-point shooter right out the gate, but you have to have confidence in taking that shot. And even if you miss, you got to just keep firing, bro. Like if they leaving you out there, start to learn to make defenses pay, especially when you in that corner. But I love Ron Holland's game, man. He put a little bit of muscle on and continue doing the things that he's good at, playing defense, driving to the basket. I think he's going to be okay, man. But you just love the makeup of these young players on this Pistons team.
Hey, I do. And you know, JB Smooth, I just got to hear you talk. You'll talk about these Pistons. We got a few more minutes here, and then we move on to we got to talk about the NFL playoffs. Look, bro, don't take it personal. We don't know how to act right now. We love y'all. Like, their fans are like, we actually think y'all are going to, like, win the whole thing. But,
yeah.
But we going crazy right now.
I seen some of their fans in the comments like, why are we asking for the trade? Like, let's just let the game play out.
Changed the whole way. Remember yesterday, I was like, oh, put it on the show sheet. Now I'm just like, oh, man.
I told you.
They're just like us.
I can't blame them, man.
I can't. They were like, man, y'all should know how it feels. I'm like,
It's not the same, but at the same time, like, you ask and you shall receive. And we going to treat y'all real good when y'all come down here. Don't you worry.
We definitely.
Don't you worry. We going to treat y'all real
Detroit's
nice.
a beautiful city. It's the best place. It's the best place you could be if you want to be able to, after you lose.
After you get ass whooping.
Yeah, what I mean? Be able to pick yourself up just a
the
little
nice
bit,
soft sheets of the Buck Cadillac after ass whooping. They'll treat you good. Shinola, we'll get you together.
Hey, you know what? We have more than Greektown right now.
That's a fact.
It's a whole lot more. JB Smooth, talk to me about these Pistons, man. I'm so fired up. Woodward Sports MVP.
And
the team, it's a team. It's a Victory Show Tuesday. All of the above, man.
Them breasts ain't sagging.
It is a Tuesday. Once again, got to show some love to the super chat as well too. Once again, shout out Dante151. $4.99 super chat. Chase is not wrong about Cat. Also, Cat's 3-pointer shot is so freaking weird that it looks like he's shooting a free throw. Hashtag K4 MVP in all caps. And hey, I don't think Chase is wrong. Cat does have that weird 3-point shot.
Hey, it works though. You gotta give him credit. It works.
Yeah, keep doing it. But shout out to the Pistons as well. Cade is him, bro. Cade, I can't stop speaking enough about Cade, but my God, as you said, KG, that fourth quarter, my man went off. I did put in a parlay for it, missed by one leg, but still, Everything else hit for the Pistons. Shout out once again.
You righted your wrongs. I told him he had to bet on the Pistons because he turned on us the other night. But it's all good. We got him back.
Hey,
we got him back.
Cade Cunningham is popping up on people's MVP rankings. He is now 7th on clutch points by Mr. Siegel, who writes for them. I think their head NBA writer.
Okay.
At clutch points, and he has Cade 7th above Donovan Mitchell, which is interesting because the Cavs are looking like probably the best freaking team in the NBA.
They are nuts. 5 losses on the whole year. They balling right now.
I mean, Neil was talking about that with Cade yesterday. He was saying he's a fringe MVP candidate. Like, he should be in the discussion at the very least. His name needs to be mentioned.
I believe that the question, I truly believe that the question of all NBA now is done.
I told y'all.
If this pace stays, All-Star question was already answered. All NBA is effectively, people are starting to say, what? Like even the great Wob.
Yeah.
He was like, look, it's not a question of all-star, it's about, is he starting?
Yeah. No, absolutely. And even if he's not first team, I can understand, bro. But there is no reason why he can't be second or third team. I'm sorry. This is why I came up here and told y'all he's all NBA, and because he's arguably in first team at this point. But if you don't want to get that to him, that's fine. He better be all NBA by the end of the year if this keeps up.
If this pace keeps up, yes. Yeah. Because you know what? Before we wrap this up, I do got some stats I want to be able to read off just to put this in perspective, man. And I fired something off yesterday. The Pistons, they do a really, really good job at making sure that the media is up to date on the worthiness of these players when these things come about. And so Cade Cunningham's stats are the 21st instance in NBA history in which a player has averaged 23 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds in a season.
Yeah.
All of the 20 instances were all-star seasons. Those were by 8 players in total, those 21 instances. Oscar Robertson, 9 times.
Nice.
Nikola Jokic, 3 times. Russell Westbrook, 3 times. LeBron James, 2 times. James Harden, Luka Doncic, Magic Johnson, and Cade Cunningham each 1 time. And you know what? It's interesting because this is a stat that even Michael Jordan is not even in.
Wow.
That's what's interesting about this. Cade Cunningham is one of 3 players in the NBA right now, averaging at least 24, 8, and 6. Does anybody want to take a guess of who the other 2 players could be in the NBA with those averages currently?
You got me. Go ahead.
What about you, JB? Who do you think those players are? The other 2, there's only 3 in the NBA averaging 24, 8, and 6. Who are the other 2 in addition to Cade?
24, 8, and 6?
24, 8, and 6.
24 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. Oh, think heady. Think high-minded.
Ooh.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. You got me on this one.
You, Chase GPT? 24 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. I wonder if the
assist is where you got me.
Yeah. Because I want to say Shea, but I know he doesn't average those other, like, the assists and rebound numbers.
He averaging more points, too.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So it's, I don't know, part of me wants to just say, like, maybe you're going to say, like, LeBron or something like that.
I'm seeing people say Luka. It's not Luka.
Yeah, Luka only has,
is
like,
one
6.
of them.
Yeah, LeBron
is one, which is amazing. He is definitely changing me.
Yeah. I tried to tell you, man. Y'all can't ignore greatness. Y'all went for 20 years ignoring greatness.
But if he didn't go for 20 years, he wouldn't be getting at my heart just a little bit right now. But LeBron is one. Does anyone know who the other one is? And
Eastern or Western Conference? No, let's give us some hints. I like guessing.
Shea, no, it's not Shea. Western Conference.
Western Conference.
Thomas guessed one of them. I see Thomas in the chat. It's not Harden. It's not.
Yeah, not at this point.
It's not Harden. Bluegrass.
Luka is averaging more points, I believe.
Thomas got it.
Is it KD?
Nope, not KD. This is what's amazing about these stats, that Cade is in a level that makes people uncomfortable to actually talk about.
The only other person I could think of.
Oh, they said Joker?
Nikola Jokic.
Wow.
No.
Nikola Jokic, Cade Cunningham, and LeBron James are the only 3 players in the NBA averaging 24, 8 assists, and 6
That's a hell of a
rebounds,
list.
man. And he's also averaging career highs of 24.2 points per game, 9.5 assists per game, 6.7 rebounds, 0.8 blocks, 45.8% field goal, and 37.8 from 3. All career highs. All-star that man, all NBA that man. It's no longer a question. If this continues, this is what it is. And now he's going in and he's battling people like Tyrese Halliburton and Jalen Brunson, and he's beating them. in their homes.
And he's playing with a fire that I just haven't seen out of Cade Cunningham. A lot of people wanted to, rag on Cade because he had the sleepy look. The way he plays is very slow, almost methodical like. But I've always appreciated about him. Those type of players are always the most dangerous. The players that you have to adjust to their speed and they don't have to adjust to the NBA speed. Those type of players are absolutely ridiculous. Like I said, Luka Doncic, he's the perfect example. You can't speed him up, but he's going to drop buckets on you. And now we're seeing that out of Cade with a little bit more NBA seasoning on him now. He's going out there. He's getting what he wants. He's getting to his spots on the floor. And you can't stop him. If he decides to use his body, going in the low post, what you going to do about that? If he pulls up at the elbow, it's money. If he pulls up from 3 now, it's money. Like, y'all better stop playing with Cade, man. He is elevated. He is absolutely elevated.
And that's the misconception, is that if you show up thinking he's slow and then you look at his moves and you're like, yo, why is he leaving defenders in the dust?
Yeah.
In the post, out on the perimeter, on ISO, off ball. There's no way that people are stopping him. And when KD said this last year, and when KD said this his rookie year, I told you guys, take it serious then.
Right.
When they start
KD is a real hooper. Like, he knows. If he calling that out, y'all need to believe that.
You know where KD's from? From the DMV.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what else is in the DMV?
The Redskins?
So, yeah.
The Commanders.
Them Commanders.
Whatever your preference.
And look, I reached out to my publicist. She works at Fox 5 DC in Bethesda, Maryland. And we're going to get some guests on.
Nice.
Before the end of the week.
I would love to talk to some Commanders.
It might be some high-profile Commanders fans.
My buddy, who's a Commanders fan, I went to the Lions game with. He's been in the chat a little bit already this morning.
Who's my man from the Chappelle Show?
Oh, Donnell Rollins, bro. That's my dog, too. Man, I was surprised to learn he was a Commanders fan.
We're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying. Like, it might get really, really hype, but we got to talk about it. First, talk about these Vikings a little bit. And then we got to talk about the Commanders, who I don't laugh at as much with them. Yeah. There's a lot that we got to take serious, no matter the confidence that we have in these Detroit Lions.
Absolutely.
So, hey, JB Smooth, you want to tell us about, where are we going? You telling us about
Woodward in Maine.
Woodward in Maine.
Woodward in Maine.
Our brother Matthew Broder.
Yeah, of course, man. And the New Holland pregame show, with two of the most insufferable voices at the network. But we will start with Woodward in Maine with my boy Matt Broder and the legend Terry Foster, who is now a converted Lions fan for life, man. And listen, if that's coming from him,